Hello folks, back out in the garage again today. Got some things I wanted to do. There's a couple of bolt holes that went through the bed rail on the other side where Dad had a camper shell or something up here, a topper I guess, on here at one time. I'm going to weld those up and see what else I can get into. I'll bring you along for the ride. This whole bed rail back here, well, at least from about here down, has got some rust underneath the paint. That's why I was having such a hard time grinding it down there. I wasn't getting any sparks. It was grinding and grinding and grinding, no sparks. But there's a lot of rust underneath the paint. So I guess before I prime this thing, I'll have to run the surface conditioning tool across this. Of course, I'll have to put a little bit of body filler here where the welds were done on both spots, but I wanted to bring you guys in and show you something that I noticed just the other day. Hang on just a second. Don't go nowhere. Okay, I know that the truck is sitting kind of cattywampus. I've got a tire flat on the passenger side front, and the bed's all sitting crooked because it's up off the frame, but that shouldn't make any difference. But look down this bed rail. See if I can, here you go. It's pretty darn straight. On the outside, it's got a bit of a bow to it, which is typical for considering that the front down there is smaller this way than it is in the middle and in the back. You might remember that from when I made that one panel there many videos ago. But check this out on the other side. Let's see if I can get over here without breaking my neck. The side that I did so much work on, it's got a little bit of a bow to it on the inside. The outside, to me, looks about the same as the other side. Pretty straight. We got a little bit of a bow in the middle. Is that something you guys would worry about? Or, I mean, I do know that this area in here, I'm going to have to hit it down some. And then also, well, I guess that's pretty straight going down there. To the naked eye, it looks pretty darn crooked. It's got a bow starting, actually, I guess it gets straightens out after this second hole here. Then it gets pretty straight. Back this way, if you look at it from back here, it's got a pretty good bow on it. I'm thinking I'm not going to worry about that, considering what all we had to go through to get the rust out of the top here. But sure would like to know what you guys think about it. Let me know down in the comments. I'd appreciate it. Just took this cowl off. I guess that's what you call it, a cowl. It sits right between the windshield and the hood. I wanted to see what kind of shape it was in. Pretty pleasantly surprised. It's not in bad shape at all. None of the fins are rusted out. But now I want to vacuum up in here. There are all kinds of stuff up in there. Vacuum that out, get this plastic piece out, this screen basically is what it is, and see what we have waiting for us down in the holes down there, down in here. One place for the Chevys to rust out is where the fresh air goes into there. And I'd tell you that hadn't had any fresh air in there in a long, long time. So let me get this vacuumed out and I'll bring you back and show you what we got, if we got anything down in there. Well, that looks better. I sure made a whole bunch of spiders mad though. I think while I'm up in here cleaning all this stuff out, I vacuumed up in there a little bit. They still got the original jack. I wonder where the handle is or how that all works. Anyway, vacuumed down in there some. There was this whole area here was full of acorns. But let's see. What does this thing say this truck is? Yeah, that's what I thought. 5 liter, 305. So while I'm in here, I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the mouse house here. If my vacuum cleaner will suck all that up, that's quite a bit of stuff. But hey, if anybody knows where I can get one of these, I sure would appreciate it. As you see, this thing here is, well, it's super crusty. LMC has one that they advertise for an 86. This is an 87. I guess there's a little difference in somewhere in it. But should anybody know where I can get one of those, sure would appreciate the info. It comes off of here, makes a bend, then comes down and is straight into the front radiator support. I would like to keep it original as possible. I don't want to. I promised my dad that I wouldn't soup it up. It's been hard not wanting to do something like that, but I made a promise. But anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get this mouse house up and see what it looks like down in there. See if they chewed up any wires. Well, that looks a lot better. I'm not seeing any wires that have been chewed, so I'm really happy about that. I missed a whole bunch of spider webs there, didn't I? Oh well. There's a bunch of them up in there too. That's okay. I am pleased to report that the battery tray is in pretty darn good shape. It's got a little bit of rust right in here, but it's still got plenty of integrity to hold a battery. Ooh. Look down in there. There's a rust hole in the fender well. We're going to pretend we didn't see that. A little concerning is there's a funnel here for ATF, and I found a jug of ATF in the back, so I don't know if that means that we've got problems with the transmission or just has a slow leak or something or what. But looks like my dad had some auga horns or something. I don't know what that's all about. But I don't see any rusting down in there in the same place as on the other side. Yeah, it'd be all right. All right, let me see if I can get that screen thing off of there, and I'll let you know what we got. I'm not anticipating that I'm going to find much as far as problems go, because if you look back in the back there, where that seam would be, it's all still nice and black, no rust showing up there. So I'm pretty confident that we're going to be okay. Probably just needs a little cleaning out, but you never know. Let me get busy on taking that off and I'll bring you back. Okay, I got that piece off. Pretty dirty in there. Couldn't get underneath it, of course, with the vacuum cleaner, so I'm gonna vacuum it out now and see what it looks like, and I'll bring it right back. Got it cleaned out best I can with the super sucker. I don't see any rust down in there. Of course, it's still pretty dirty, but typically you would see something, and I don't see anything. So I don't think I have anything to worry about there. So most likely what I'll do is sand this piece here down before I put it back in, because otherwise getting it out, I was almost sure I was going to take the hood out or off in order to get it out, but I did manage to get it out, but I don't know that I could put it back in without scratching the hood. So I'll get this prepped first, and then prep for paint before I put it back in, and then get all this area down in here cleaned out so that whenever I run the paint gun across it, I don't blow a whole bunch of dirt and debris up into my new paint. So that's a consideration. So let's see what else I can get into tonight, and if nothing else, I'll call it an evening. Okay, I think I'm gonna call it a night tonight. It's pretty late. I had just had a little while to get away and do a couple things, and I wanted to do those. I think I figured out how I can do that cowl, that's what I'm gonna call it, up in there without having to worry too much about stuff coming back up into the paint. It's pretty easy to get on and off, so I can put that filter thing, I'll call it a coffee filter. I don't even really know why that's there. I guess there would be a lot more stuff in there if it wasn't there, but there was big sticks and leaves in there. I don't know how in the world they got in there, but anyway, I think what I'll do is I'll leave it loose, and then after I've got everything prepped and ready to paint, I'll pick it up a little bit and put paper underneath it so that I don't have to worry about blowing a bunch of crap up in the paint. Let me know what you guys think about that idea. If not, it'll have to be, I don't know what else I have to do. It's completely sanitary down in there, I guess. But anyway, I'm gonna call it a night, and I'm not sure when I'll get back out here. It's supposed to be pretty chilly the next couple of days. I would really like to start putting some mud on the truck, especially the cab corners, and get those done, because I would like to put the bed back down on the frame, and that way I can when I paint, I can actually get up on the bed of the truck and paint the hood, the top. But I did order some pads for my board sander. They should be in the next couple of days. I'm not sure when, but I need that in order to use the air file, and then everything else can be pretty much worked with the DA sander and a hand sander. So I guess now we're moving on to body work. So that's where we're going to be going next, I do believe. So I appreciate you guys coming along for the ride, and hope you have a good evening. And please come back and like and subscribe. I sure would appreciate it. Oh, by the way, we're over 100 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of you. I'm flabbergasted that many people are actually watching what I'm doing, and I really do appreciate it. Thanks.